Let's head back to the Bronx now and welcome in Jim Palmer. And Jim, really just one of those nights. Michael Pineda was that good in the Orioles. You can't score if you can't get on base. He faced, 24 batters. He retired 22. That was some job by him.
Well, I just think this whole series is going to be a little of like a prelude to the playoff, because you're going to face better pitching when you get in the playoffs. And, so it's one of these nights where Pineda has never pitched poorly against the Orioles. Now, this is only his fourth start, but great slider. Threw a lot of strikes. Only walked one batter. That was in the 8th inning. So, again, be able to throw the ball by. He cut it. He had a great slider. He had a great changeup. Broke some bats with his changeup. Well, this is what he does. 6 walks coming in now, 11 starts. Made it now 7. So they get him run, something they don't normally do. They got him 2.44 runs. So you can see right there, a lot of breaking balls, pretty much on what he does, less fastballs, and then a few more changeups tonight. But at the end of the day, he does everything good pitching, keeps the ball in the ballpark. Orioles are going to see this when you get in the playoffs. We talked about the numbers on home runs go down. What do the Orioles do? They hit home runs, but usually when they win, 48% of their runs come with a home run. Didn't give up, didn't give any free passes. And, they do chase a lot of pitches, but he was in the strike zone all night, getting to them to expand the zone by simply getting ahead of them. And then, again, he had plus stuff tonight.
Jimmy, maybe make an evaluation from this point on. We have 6 ball games left. Buck Showalter's ideas about what he has to do to get this team prepared for a playoff now. We're seeing him give experience to Walker. He's played every day since he's been here. Markakis is getting back in the lineup. A lot of little different things happening here, but, it just looks like Buck has a game plan really ready for those last 6 games.
Well, yeah, Buck has a game plan for everything. I mean, he's well ahead of the curve when it comes to that. I just think another thing is Caleb Joseph's hitting, 130 in the month of September. So I think that maybe we know he throws better, but if it turns out, and probably won't know this till the weekend, I would imagine Nick Hundley's going to do a lot of catching. Now, I don't mean in the postseason, because I think it depends who we play. If you play Detroit, they don't do a lot of running. Maybe Hundley will catch some more games. But I think, again, Pierce is getting rest because we know he's about hot as any of the hitters here, other than maybe Nelson Cruz in the month of September. But at the end of the day, this is going to be a tough week, especially here in New York because of the pitching. So hopefully, a lot of times, and you know this as well as anybody, Rick, you want to go in the postseason playing well. I know the Yankees one of the 5 years they won the World Championship, they were horrible in the month of September and then turned it on. I'm not sure a lot of clubs can do that. So you want to start playing better, and you want to, maybe over the next 3 games here in New York, when you're going to face good pitching, have some better at-bats than they had tonight. And then I'll take my chances. But you got to get your guys healthy, and I think Buck's trying to do that.
And, Jim, you raise a good point. Caleb Joseph is certainly scuffling. He's never played this deep into a season. Jonathan Scope, he's fine defensively, but he's scuffling at the plate. He's never played this deep into a season. And Ryan Flaherty's getting most of the reps at third, and he's not hitting. That's a third of your lineup that is scuffling at the same time. And that's hard to keep anything going.
Well, that's why you have to pitch well. The Orioles, the starters have been so great, and we know the bullpen has been terrific all year long. So when you get into the postseason, it's even harder to score runs. It's anybody that thinks that I played on so many good teams that we ended up just, whether it's the Pittsburgh and 71 or 79, you think you're going to win because you're going to do the same things you do in the playoffs. We played very well. It just doesn't work that way. So if you look at the bottom of the lineup, you see a lot of outs. So that means you better pitch well, and that means your other guys, the Cruz, Pierce better be healthy. Markakis has to get back on track. As I mentioned during the game, he was terrific going into late August, and he's been struggling in the month of September. So hopefully that'll rest will help him. And then Adam Jones has got to be Adam Jones. But it's not going to be an easy task. But to me, I just want to have, over the next 3 games, I want to start playing a little bit, hitting a little bit better. And as you guys were talking about, use the whole field a little bit more, because good pitching otherwise is going to get you out.